Hello, hello, good evening, good afternoon, or good morning. It depends on where you're watching us from. Bonsoir, bonjour. We are definitely, I'm glad to hear again. This is called Jeanine for those who they don't know me, but usually we here every Monday and every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Central Time. So I'm very glad to be here today on the Empowerment Show with my good friend, Coach Linda, and we have a lot of good nuggets for you guys. Good evening, Coach Linda.
Good evening. Good evening.
Awesome. So, guys, I want you to really be here and make sure that you have your pen and your pencil because we're going to be having some very good conversation, engaging conversation with Coach Linda because she's bringing us guys a lot. And she also going to talk to us about what's going on in her journey. So she's going to tell us about who she is, what she does, and also she has an event this weekend. So I told her definitely that I know my platform they can be able to share this. So stay tuned, guys. We just want you guys to be here and welcome Coach Linda.
Well, thank you so much for your invitation. And I don't take it for granted that you're allowing me access to your audience. So bonjour to your
Bonjour.
to your audience.
Yes, absolutely. So, guys, hello from YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, everywhere. Just make sure that you stay tuned because we have some very, very good information that we would like you really to participate and really take place because we're having a lot of going on tonight. And we're bringing you Coach Linda. Coach Linda, we have few words for you that we want you to tell us what you think about those words. Your first word is empowerment. What do you
Empowerment.
think about empowerment when you hear that word?
I think about empowerment means education, access, exposure. So you empower people when you give them the opportunity to live outside of their paradigms, meaning when they meet you, what are you bringing valuable to them that allows them to think bigger, to live wider, to be more broader in the way they think and the way they show up in the world? You're empowering them to be a better person, a bigger person.
Awesome. What about business plan?
Oh, business plan, necessary. So I write business plans, right? So I tell my clients and my students that if you are when you first get the idea, if it's written on a napkin, that's a business plan. Like a business plan is just you thinking through how you're going to implement this thing. And so people think that they're real elaborate. They have to be several pages. One of my students said hers was 50 pages that she wrote herself.
Wow.
And yeah, I know, right? And so, it doesn't have to be that elaborate, but it needs to be concise and it needs to be intentional in how you design it. So yeah, you need to plan your businesses.
Absolutely. Thank you. One more thing that I think that you definitely also deal with that on a regular basis is clarity.
Ah, so clarity comes with mindset changes, right? Because most of us are operating in a fog of things that were taught to us to keep us safe. And for the time, that was exactly what we needed. And it was great information. But then as you go to new levels, that information no longer serves you. So you have to unlearn some things. And in your unlearning, you find clarity. You find exactly what your purpose is, exactly what your mission is. You find exactly what your vision is once you obtain clarity of why you're really here. So I think clarity is king and
Yes,
key.
I agree. I agree, really. Another word is fulfillment.
uh, so what that looks like is similar to success. My success will not fit you. Your success will not fit me. It's an individual. It's an individual coming to terms of what is important to us as individuals. Like collectively, we make a community. We have societal pools and all of that. but individually, there are things that mean a lot to us as individuals. Fulfillment comes when we stop comparing ourselves to people
Mm-hmm.
outwardly, and
That's right.
we stop seeking heroes outside of us, and we start becoming the hero that we need in order to get to our next level. So the fulfillment comes when we look inwardly and see what we were born to possess, born to deliver to the
Mm-hmm.
world.
Absolutely. And our last word but not least is team building.
Team building. So I had a manager, God bless Ron, and he said, if you ever see a frog sitting on a fence pole, know that he didn't get there by himself.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Something or someone had to assist him. And so I think I talked to you in our last conversation, the
Mm-hmm.
proverb that says, if you want to go, you can go alone. But if you want
Yes.
to go far, you need to go with a team. You need to take people
Mm-hmm.
with you. So none of us can get to our best success in a vacuum, solo. We need a team. We need people around us who have the strengths where we're weak. And so that allows us to work in our strengths and it allows them to work in their strengths. And we go together. That's team building. That's
Absolutely.
everybody. It's like
Guys,
the body. Yeah, it's like the body. Everybody has a part.
yes, absolutely. Guys, that's why I told you to really stay calm because Coach Linda, she's really giving us some very good nuggets. And that's what she does every day. So let me introduce Coach Linda. So Coach Linda, she's definitely an amazing coach. She has many, many hats, but I'm not gonna read all her whole bio, but definitely she's the business plug. She's really the connector. She's another me, definitely in so many ways. So that's why it was so amazing for us to really connect and to start really, seeing how we can be able to continue to help people to get it. So it was really a pleasure to me. I was on her show last night and she's here today. So we definitely just for the first time when we connect, we just really talking about, and guys, there's a lot more to come. In a few months, she's gonna be definitely part of the tribe here. But make sure that you do stick around because Coach Linda, she has a lot to share with us. So
Well, thank you.
Coach Linda, just really tell us about how did you start your journey? Because I know before starting your own business, you were really somebody who enjoyed. Yesterday, I got a chance to listen to your little bit of your story. So, if you can tell our viewers about your journey, how did you start it as an entrepreneur?
Right. And so, looking back, and we don't really always grasp how we started. And
Mm-hmm.
so, looking back at the age of 11, I was selling seeds, like vegetable seeds and flower seeds. That was my first occupation of being an entrepreneur. And then Girl Scout cookies and candy and all these things they have you selling in school. But I've always wanted to do something bigger than just be ordinary or just be go along to get along. I always have ambitions of being more and of doing more. And in 2013, I had been working with an insurance company for 26 years. I had worked from an entry level position up to manager of 73 people. And then the year after that, in 2011, I got downsized. So I had to take a lesser role. My last role with them was a compliance analyst where I sat at this desk. And then my job went away. They implemented what's called the Affordable Health Care Act. And a part of that is you have to pay out more in benefits than you pay out in administration. And so what their way of dealing with that was to take all the middle managers and let us, I mean, not all of us, but most of us who were making good salaries and let us go. And so I lost my position. When I lost my position, I thought, okay, I was going through a divorce. I was, had just built a house downtown. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
how can I maintain my life? And I just lost 75% of my income. Like,
Wow.
how can I keep sustaining and be living the way I've become comfortable? And it
Mm-hmm.
was starting my business. it was taking the things I had learned those 26 years at that company and implementing them. Because I thought at first I thought I'd do a team foundation, but then I later learned that small businesses don't have an HR system. Small
That's right.
businesses don't have a planning crew,
Yeah.
planning team. They don't have
Mm-hmm.
somebody that they can bounce ideas off, an R&D, they can bounce ideas and test things and learn things. So I took a class and learned how to teach entrepreneurship to entrepreneurs. And
Yes.
so one of my first offerings were business plans, resumes, and
Mm-hmm.
then teaching classes. And, and,
Wow.
and voila, it was my
Yeah.
business.
And today they were like after many, many years now, and this is what she enjoyed doing.
I love
Guys,
doing
you will get a chance to listen to her, especially when we're going to invite her back to do, some workshop, in a few months or so. You're going to see how she's gonna break it down for you. She's really very good about, really giving people steps. Like she's good at, breaking down. So I am so excited at how we are our partnership about some of the stuff that we're gonna be doing together. So yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I truly believe we have a divine connection. I
Yes.
never meet people. It's like never random people. It's
Yeah,
always people that I need or people who need me. One other way.
that's right.
Sometimes it's both.
That's right. Sometimes it's both. Yeah, that's true. So, Coach Linda, what would you say to our viewers here? Many of them, they really want to start, they're going to start a business, but they're really thinking about, how, really COVID really impacted us. Like, what are some of the words that you can be able to encourage them so they can be able really to stick through and have planning just like you did and learn some courses so they can be able to start their journey just like you and
Absolutely.
I.
Absolutely. And it doesn't matter where you are in that process. Like here in the United States, we have the SBA, it's the Small
Mhm.
Business Administration, and it's
Yes.
a free site, it's sba.gov. You can learn a wealth of information. And I send all my students there. I also send all my clients there because all of that information is free information and it's universal regardless of what you're trying to sell. So
Mhm.
I always send people there first. Go to SBA, and then break down what you want. Like know for sure what you want to sell. Because a lot of times when people first trying to think it through, they have all these ideas, or they have all these ideas. And so I
Mhm.
tell them get a notebook, put all your ideas in the notebook and out of your head. That's going to give you space to concentrate on one
Okay.
thing. You want to concentrate on the thing that gets you to the money the quickest. So that one thing.
Yeah, that one thing that's a very good that you mentioned that. Can you tell us more about the journey where I'm sure when you first started, or even sometime in your journey when you started, really working with clients or working with company, how did you handle rejection? Like when people they just didn't see value in what you're offering, like how did you handle that? Because it's very important about explaining to you entrepreneurship, it's not for everybody, but you can do it, but you just have a very thick skin to be able
You have to,
to get
right.
through. Yeah.
You can't take it personal. They're not rejecting you, they're rejecting their transformation.
Yes.
Because you as a business owner, you're trying to get them to a next. I mean, you as a service or a product, you're trying to
Mhm.
get them to a new level that they haven't experienced before. And so when they're rejecting you, they're not rejecting you personally, they're rejecting their transformation. It may not be time yet. And so you have to understand that all the no's get you to yeses. So, you have to get thick skin. Don't take it personal. It's not about you anyway.
Yeah.
It's about what you were put here for. It's about the
Hmm.
package you're delivering. And everyone is not ready when you're ready. And so realizing that people come when they're ready. And
Yes.
you sometimes your job is simply to plant the seed.
Hmm.
Like I used to
That's
want
a
to,
very yeah.
I used to want to plant the seed, do the cultivate the soil, put my fertilizer in, and just watch it grow and watch it grow. I want to do all of that, but
Hmm.
in actuality, some people aren't ready yet. They're not ready for the fertilization or the
Hmm.
cultivation, and so your job is just sometimes just to plant the seed, just
That's
to
right.
make them start thinking about it, and then
Hmm.
don't think that because you help them to think that is your idea. Like they have to come back to you. It doesn't matter. I always say, go to find a coach
Yes.
The SBA has free coaches. Go there
Mhm.
first for all the free information. But then when you're ready to scale and grow, find a coach, pay a coach their value, because sometimes we get sticker shock and we look at price and we say, oh, that's too much. But we don't, the right question entrepreneurs should learn to ask is, how much will I get in return
That's
for,
right.
for what I spend?
Yes. Yeah. And also knowing that especially for business, when you're in business, you need to invest in yourself. You need to invest in
Absolutely.
your coaching. So that's very important.
Absolutely, because like I said, I tell all of my students, all my clients, where the free information is, because I want them to go and get that generic information before they
Mhm.
come to me. I'm not cheap.
No.
I'm not cheap, but because I've been doing this over 30 years, and so I can't afford. I got a $64,000 MBA to pay for.
Yes.
So I can't afford not to
Yeah.
get my value out of
Right.
what I've spent my time. I go to class so my
Yes.
clients don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Absolutely.
in doing that, their part of contributing is you pay the value according to what I give you. I
Yes.
always overserve, always.
Mm-hmm.
So
Always.
just understanding that you have to invest in yourself. No
Right.
one will invest in a business that you won't invest in.
Yes. No, and also that's very important because, and sometimes too, I don't know, I'm sure, Coach Linda, you have experienced this too. Sometimes people have known you for a long time, but they have known you in different position, in different capacity. But now as an entrepreneur, you kind of need to have that heart and the your mindset also, it's very key because when they see you showing up and really, like, you come and teach and doing different things, and when you tell them the product, they say, "What, Jeanine? Like that happened to me like for many, many years." And where I told my friend, I said, "But that's definitely, you're a very good friend, but this is business." And I had to say, because one day too, you are telling me that you want to do a business, but this is the way you should really think. Because even though I've known you but you need to be investing yourself. So how did you handle those uncomfortable conversations sometimes when your
And
friend or people that you have known for a long time, they say, "Well, you can just do this for me, right?" I was like, no, you should do that. You need to set up an appointment and we gonna discuss about your case because everybody's different. How did you handle that?
so the main thing is to understand business versus friendship versus charity, right?
I like that. Yes,
Because
please
you
talk
have to
about that.
understand it. Yeah, I mean, I'm a giver. And I
Yes.
find every entrepreneur, before they become entrepreneurs, they have volunteered, they have given
Yes.
away, they have been
Mm-hmm.
doing things before they become entrepreneurs.
That's
I
right.
tell my students and my clients, when you are being charitable, then be charitable. You're allowed to do one charity per month.
Yes.
One, any way you want to do it. That's you
Yes.
being charitable and giving back to your community, because we should. The other part of that is, if you are a true supporter of me, then
Right.
you will support my prices and I will support
Yes.
yours.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yes.
so I have a girlfriend, Susan. I love Susan. Susan would never let me give her a discount ever. I'm talking about, I'll say, uh,
Wow.
you know, you keep coming back for these different things and I'm helping you and you're appreciative. But she's like,
Yes.
no, 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 no. I don't need your discounts. I
She
need your
believes
results,
in you. She
because she
believes in you.
understands the value. She understands the value. And
Yes.
so for a person to say, well, we've been knowing each other all our lives, you should hook me up. Okay, no. If we've been knowing ourselves all our lives and you see me on the come up, you see me glowing up,
Mm-hmm.
then if you are a true friend of mine, you are
Yes.
supporting that rise.
That's right. That's
You're
right.
supporting that rise. And so you don't go, I hate the hookup, right? The hookup will have everybody broke. Everybody
Yeah.
broke. Everybody,
That's right.
nobody has money because we're all hooked up.
Yeah.
But the thing about that is, even if you don't have money,
Yeah.
bartering works in small businesses. So if
Mm-hmm.
I can't pay you money, what can I give you that's going to be a
Exactly.
valuable to
Yes.
you, so that
Mm-hmm.
it's an exchange rather than a win-lose,
Right.
right?
Right.
Anytime there's a lose in the equation, anytime somebody's not winning, it's a
Yes.
lose for both parties. But
That's true.
win-win relationships dictate that
Yeah.
I come to you. I am
Yes.
asking you, how can I best serve you
Yeah.
in return for you serving me?
Absolutely. It's a win-win situation. That's how I
Absolutely.
really see it, a win-win situation. Now, Coach Linda, can you also tell us about I know you said that you took some classes and also as somebody coach, can you tell us who inspired you on your journey as well? Somebody that you really look up to.
Okay, so how I learned that I was supposed to be an entrepreneur and a
Mm-hmm.
property owner goes back to the 1800s. The first record of my family
Mm-hmm.
is of my grandmother, Lorinda, and my grandfather, Sedge Taylor. They were both slaves in a city called Plaquemine, Louisiana. They
Mm-hmm.
came out of slavery. They had been married 50 odd years and they bought property. And when he passed, she opened a boarding house. And so
Mm.
that was the first entrepreneurship in
Yes.
my family. So
Mm-hmm.
learning of them to come out of slavery and to buy property and to be a boarding house for people that worked in the fields inspired me because that made me her legacy. And
Yes.
who am I to drop the ball when my great grandparents were such pioneers?
Mm-hmm.
Like my father was, he always worked. He was a truck driver, but he always had a side hustle. And so entrepreneurship again, just
Mm-hmm.
learning. So my biggest one is Lorinda and Sedge Taylor,
Mm-hmm.
my great grandparents are my, I am their legacy. I am the person I want to believe that they dreamed about.
Absolutely. Wow. I love that. I really love that. And that's what also I think I shared that with you that yesterday. I also came from that background where I've seen leadership in my house. So definitely that's one thing we have in common. Also, please guys, if you join us, I see, oh, there's a lot of comment. Let me see here. Absolutely. Oh, my friend Laura, she's always here to support. Definitely.
I love
Uh,
that.
business owners. That's the truth. That's so.
I love it.
Friends are always best customers. That's for sure because you don't have to. Somebody that mentioned in the comment, you don't have to go and look somewhere else. So all friends who believes in you, they can always be the best customers because they're always giving you referral. They always believe in you. But
Absolutely.
there are also some of them that you kind of have to kind of make sure that okay, this is business, and they also entrepreneur. They have an entrepreneur mindset. If not, they're always gonna ask you those discounts all
Yeah.
the time. I'm
Oh, we
like,
can't.
okay,
I'm telling you, those hookups will keep us all broke. We'll all be broke. They'll be broke.
that
I'll be broke. So, we can't do anything together. But the thing about it is, as an
yes,
entrepreneur, you need a network of people. Like you need
mhm,
a circle. You need to create a
that's right,
circle.
that's
And
right.
so it may have several rings in that circle. Like I have my inner circle, the people that
Yeah,
I go to, I ask information from, and they come to me. But then I have a broader circle or people that I see starting businesses that I want to help them bring their business up to a new level.
that's
So
right.
in teaching these classes, we start out as them being the student and me being the teacher, but through
Mm-hmm.
life, then we become a part of a network where they're referring clients to me. They're letting me do. I have one client, God bless him. I have done resumes for him, his sister, his daughter, the daughter's boyfriend, like.
That's awesome.
But it is in the community
Yes.
of business. You need in a business setting as a business owner, you need a community of people. And
Mm-hmm.
so don't think that you can do a silo. My guys, you guys are the worst. I mean, the women, they kind of okay, we'll do what you say. The guys,
Right.
oh, they're a little bit more stubborn in that
Yeah.
they have dreamed of this idea and they know exactly how they saw it in their head. But can I tell you that was a prelude and that was not the final result. It
Hmm.
was a prelude. So Albert
Mm-hmm.
Einstein said that your dreams are preludes to your greatness. So in order to do that, first you're introduced to the idea. Don't get married to the dream and say it
Mm.
has to look exactly like it does in your head. The
Right.
more you learn,
Yes.
the more you earn. I tell
That's
my,
true.
my, my students and my clients, you
I like
learn
that.
and then you
I like
drop
that.
the L and you earn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
There's a whole process to it. So don't be,
absolutely.
yeah, but some of us, we're stuck with it's, I dreamed this and it needs to look exactly like I dreamed it. No, it doesn't.
Hmm.
No, and it
Yeah,
won't.
yes, and I'm glad you say that, because to me, I always tell my clients to, like, you can be able, we can be able to map up a plan, but guess what? Be quick to be flexible, because you
Yes.
need to have those muscles. Like, you need to be flexible. If not, if you just, oh, that's not the way I saw it. Well, guess what? Things happen, life happen, and sometimes, just like you said, when they say your first no, they're telling you no, not right now. We cannot give you the loan. We cannot, like, don't take it personal. First of all, you just have to go back and retweak it, or just
Tweet.
work on that. It's
Exactly.
really.
Sometimes it's just a
Mhm.
tweet. Sometimes
Yes,
it's just
just a
making a
tweak.
small tweak in your
Yeah,
business model makes a world of difference.
absolutely.
You
And
know, and
also, it's good to give to. That's why it's always have a team with you. You need to also share that your team with others, so they can be able. You can have another set of eyes, not just your eyes to see, because
yeah,
you might
yeah.
see it differently. you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mhm.
When I talk to my classes and I'm telling them about who needs to be in leadership, I'm saying you need to have somebody who is a
Yeah.
doer because
Mm-hmm.
they'll get the work done. You need to have somebody who is a visionary, and hopefully
Right.
that's you, who can see
Yes.
way out there. Then you need to have somebody who is in they're very educated, like they love academics, they love researching and
That's
finding
right.
and digging
Yeah.
things,
Yeah.
because they're going to help you figure out how to get those things you see way out there done.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
then you need that person that's a lover, that person
Yes.
that's a people pleaser, because that
Mm-hmm.
person will take, when you're a visionary, sometimes we don't think about your emotions.
Yeah.
And so what we say may come off real harsh,
Yeah.
but that person that has that loving spirit, they
Mm-hmm.
can take our words and make them more palatable for the people that we're leading.
That's
Because
right.
as a visionary, we're just trying to get way over there. We see where we're going, and that's
Yeah.
where our mindset is.
Mm-hmm.
That it
Mm-hmm.
is not in
Yeah.
the weeds. It's not the
Right.
details. It's looking way
Mm-hmm.
out there to try to see where the company is going to go, where we're taking our companies. So having those four different principles in key places in your business is going to be beneficial to you. You need all four.
Absolutely.
They're
Yeah.
all four needed.
Yeah. Wow, guys, this is the four things that we're gonna be also talking about that in our next webinar with Coach Linda. She's gonna break it down to you guys, because we all need it. So I hope you were taking note, and thank you so much for all the comments, Loretta. You are made, you always here. Thank you so much, sis. I definitely really applaud you guys. So Coach Linda, can you tell us also the events that you're planning on this Thursday so people can join?
Absolutely. So this Thursday, I am actually helping people get certified
Yes.
as small minority, veteran owned, disabled, whatever your classification is.
Right.
I'm helping you get certified in your state,
Hmm.
because if you've been listening to the news, if you're in touch with what's going on, President Biden has made a commitment to increase minority business contracting activities with
Right.
this new BB. They call it the BBB plan, right?
Yeah.
It's
Mm-hmm.
build better. What is it? Oh, I forgot the acronym. It's
Yeah.
build back better, BBB,
Mm-hmm.
and it is to pull in some minority businesses. And so, but in order to get advantage, we're talking 3 point something $trillion, like
Mm-hmm.
trillion with a T. In
Right.
order for us to get access to that, we need to be registered and certified in our
Mm-hmm.
state. We need to
That's
be
right.
registered and certified in the federal government. So
Yeah.
this week, this Thursday, I am helping people who want to get certified in their state. Now,
Mm-hmm.
let me tell you, to get certified in your state is free. It costs you nothing. However, I am charging $24.99 to
Mm-hmm.
teach you how to get it in, how to
Yeah.
get the information, what information you need. We're walking through the
Yes.
states so that you actually are doing it in the class. Like I don't have last week I did an overview where I told people all they needed to do to go ahead and do it. This
Mm-hmm.
week I'm stopping and we're walking through the students um, the application to get them registered with their state. We're actually
Right.
doing it. So if you decide to join us, We will walk through your state's application with you. My
Yes.
goal is to help minority businesses across the country to
Mm-hmm.
get certified with their state. So when this
Right.
money comes out, that you are qualified to receive some. I want you to move to the front of the line.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
So that's
Awesome,
yeah,
guys.
that
Yeah, so
$24
please.
is gonna get you access to thousands.
Yes, I agree. So if please you can also say that again so people can register to that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And so what I'll do, I tell you, and I meant to do this earlier, it is my fault. It is my fault. It is totally on me because today has been a quite a hectic day. And so I did not, you asked me to give you the link and I said I would, but then
Mm-hmm.
life happened. I was trying to meet with a client and the printer
Yes.
decided today was not a good day to work for me. So it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
But I am going to get the link and I'm going to put it in your uh, comment section. And so
Yeah.
this is the link to get to the class
Okay.
on Thursday.
Okay. And this is also a Coach Linda website and LinkedIn, guys. So you can be able to see, so you can be able to reach her because she's definitely can be able to help you through. Okay. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Coach Linda. And also, I'm just gonna put that again here so people can be able to make sure they register and they come to the class because I want them to get this. You know,
Yeah, if you want to get
I
certified,
want them to get
we're
this.
breaking it down and we're demystifying it. People think, "Oh, that's a lot of work." It is not. It is not
No,
knowing exactly what to do, knowing when to do it and how to do it.
absolutely. Hmm.
Somebody, I'm here to give you the shortcut.
Yes. That's what we need. We don't need to get overwhelmed because
No,
everybody needs to get certified, especially when you're in business. And it goes in the beginning, when you just first started, people they don't know to, what type of certification they need before. So this is a perfect class, guys. So I'll definitely,
absolutely.
and if you can't be able to make it this Thursday, we're gonna have another moment. We're gonna definitely invite Coach Linda to come and maybe to do for us. So guys,
I
definitely
love that.
we'll plan more that and so she can be able to come back because she's definitely a resource person. She's a business plug-in person. So guys, we are in for a good treat for tonight. Thank you again, Coach Linda.
I
Any
love
last
this.
few words before we go?
Sure. So all the thing is your dreams, your businesses, you're here to serve people. When you think about a lot of people think I'm creating a business because I need to sell something. But being an entrepreneur is a privilege and an honor
Mhm.
because you are actually serving people. You are finding people who have problems and you are becoming the solutions for their problems. You're helping people. And
Yes.
that's an honor. Like,
Hmm.
to have customers is a privilege. You know, people say, well, if I build it, they will come. That only worked in that movie with Kevin Costner. It's not true.
Yeah.
People don't have to come, they can go to somebody else. So if
Hmm.
you have clients, treat your clients royally, treat your customers, give them the best you that you can find because it is truly a business,
Yes.
a benefit to them for you to serve them. And it's also a benefit for you because that's what you were given. That's just your purpose, your package. That's everybody has a package to deliver to the world.
That's
And your
right.
business is your method of delivering your package to the world to make people's lives better. And I commend you for accepting the calling.
Absolutely. Woo, I love that. I love it. Definitely. Yeah. I never accept that too. Even though, in the pandemic, people think that, oh, I don't know how no, you just keep showing up consistently. That's something I really
Absolutely.
understood.
Can I
And
tell?
more,
Yeah.
yeah, and,
Can I?
and, I, and I've met more wonderful people and I've worked, I mean, now I'm getting more and more exposure and really visibility that we talked about yesterday. Even in a pandemic, people still say yes
Absolutely.
because they really believe in what you're doing and they see the service that you're bringing. So
Absolutely.
absolutely.
I've known people to make millions in the pandemic.
Absolutely. I agree. I totally agree.
People making
Thank you so
millions,
much,
so why
Coach
not you?
Linda. It was a pleasure for me. It's only the first time, but it's not the last time. Thank you so much for your presence here for Empowerment UTV, and we will see you very soon.
Thank you all. Have a great
Thank
night.
you. Au revoir. Thank you, everybody.